Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It's Wednesday, Dynamite time. MJF's in the ring. The greatest quarterback of all time, Josh Allen. I was wondering why he had an Allin shirt on. I forgot he was from Buffalo. I thought he was from Jersey. What is going on?
Jersey as well.
Is that not long enough?
I just wanted it closer, longer in my area. Anyways, we have Walter in the chat. Hey, Walter. We have Chris in the chat. Hey, Chris. And Phil is there. Hey, Phil.
Hey, everybody.
Chris was like, MJF acting like nothing happened.
Nothing did happen to him.
Nothing happened to him. Walter says MJF now on AEW. Chris says, hey, Travis and D. Why the fuck is Hangman is in this fucking tournament? In what tournament are you talking about, Chris? And are you sure he didn't earn a place in a tournament?
Whose tournament in it?
I have no idea. He says, why the fuck is Hangman in this fucking tournament?
Yeah, they're probably doing a tournament for the title. We probably missed the most important part of the show.
Probably.
We'll have to go back during the commercial.
Yeah. Phil says, let's go. But first, hello, Misty and Travis, my favorite people to talk to in the whole wide world. Big hugs and big heart. Hey, Phil. Hopefully you're doing pretty good. Robbie says the world turns on its axis while another man works, another relaxes. That's how it goes.
It's the truth.
Walter unfortunately didn't win bingo today, but there is bingo on Saturday. So hopefully you win then, Walter. Sorry to hear that you did not.
There it is. It has been vacated. Poor MJF.
Okay, so Chris, why the fuck Hangman is in that tournament is because he's like the #1 contender. If anything, you would ask why the fuck is MJF in the tournament, but he won that casino chip, so technically he's the #1 contender. But that's why. So he could do it anytime he wants. Right. Sure he is. Daz Reynolds in the chat. Hey, Daz says, what's the card, please? I don't know, dude.
We don't know.
I have absolutely no idea.
Right
There's
now,
a lot of changes that happened because of some shit that happened after the pay-per-view on Sunday, so a lot of fucking things could change.
Well, MJF is going to be their savior, and that is what they need is leadership.
Walter says CM Punk injured, and
yeah, he
Young
tore
Bucks
his
and Omega
tricep.
suspend for some reason.
Well, they attacked him. But that's not how he tore his tricep, guys. He tore his tricep in that match with Jon Moxley.
CM Punk should be suspended as well. They all should be suspended. In all reality, every single one of them should be suspended.
I don't know.
Some of them indefinitely.
I look at it as if I'm a Supreme Court judge.
Yes, I know.
Do you think that a human is entitled to defend themselves? That's it. That's the question you have to ask. And you know it. That's it. That's what it all boils down to. Oh, God, here
Chris
comes John
is like,
Moxley.
MJF trying to do stand-up. Fuck this shit. Robbie says, F Papa John's. Get back to the wrestling. Visible Wireless sounds like a rip-off. Dad says, hey, Robbie. Ayla says, hey. And Walter says, hey, Ayla. Chris says, MJF is acting off. You can tell he's, like, stalling. Walter's like, Jon Moxley, yes.
Well, it's tough for him. Think about it. He was coming back. They were going to have the best feud of his life. Like, it would have put him over. It would have put him in a different stratosphere. And now he's got to wrestle drug addicts or alcoholics or somebody who doesn't even like the fans. And I don't know who else.
Greg got John in the chat. Also, Vindicator. Hey, all. He says, I feel like I was just here less than 24 hours ago, but I'm not sure.
A little bit less, yeah.
Robbie says, Daz, big up. Jamie Savage are live. Ayla says, hi, Walter. Film says, you make everything groovy. Come on, Wild Thing. Dove Wrestling in the chat. Hey, Dove says, hello. And Daz says, what's happened to Sting and Darby Allin?
Nothing that I'm aware of. I feel like I missed the whole show. I was 3 minutes late.
Right?
We've got a tournament going on I have no idea about. Now John Moxley's coming out.
Right.
Oh.
You put that away, but we're going to need it.
Right. Yeah, during the first commercial, I'm going to rewind and see what we missed. Because as far as I know, nothing happened to Sting and Darby.
The indicator's like, so I guess Philip Jack Brooks will be all WWE soon, LOL?
No, Vince is, or not Vince, but Triple H isn't going to sign him. He doesn't like him.
Walter says Thunder Rosa's injured AEW. Dove says CM Punk, you nothing but a Metalson goodie. 2 shoes. Castrating shrew of a man. That's very nice of you.
Yeah.
Tom says, wild thing. And Daz says, hey, Grega, how are you doing today? Robbie says, John versus MJF, the cooking in that match. Vindicator says, tournament is for the vacated AEW championship. Grega John says, hey, Daz. Film says, it's John Moxley.
Good thing they unified it.
They unified it.
On Sunday.
They interned it. They
unified it, what, a week ago? And then then CM Punk won it back.
Mm-hmm. And then he had to vacate it.
John Moxley's going to get eaten alive.
Vindicator says, hey, Eli, I noticed you. Did you notice me? Probably not. I don't blame you.
The bidding war of 2024. Woo! Baron Corbin. Uh-huh. Well, he likes Baron Corbin, too.
What? I thought he hated Cody. Cody
don't
now.
He said his friend. I don't know.
Yeah, so where's Ben? I haven't seen him around these parts in a while. Luke's in the chat. Hey, Luke says I'm here for just a bit. Hi, all. Also, I sent you a funny TikTok in your Insta DM. LOL. I'll have to go take a look at it. See how funny it is. I can't listen to it, though, on my phone. I'd have to turn it up.
My personal hero, the game. Talk about Triple H.
Robbie says, was it worth it being unified? Dad says, what's next for Seth and WWE? I don't know. We're not on WWE right now, so who knows? Ayla says, hi, Luke. And Vindicator says, Vin is somewhere doing things that he really shouldn't be doing.
Look how red he is. Moxley. I wonder if he's going through withdrawals. I watched John Daly when he was going off alcohol, when he was playing in the U.S. Open or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And he was just shaking, and he was red. He was sweating.
Huh.
That's what it reminds me of.
Walter says, MJF, don't bring the AEW belt to WWE. Ayla says, that's disgusting. Looks like hearing it is what makes it funnier. I figured as much.
Oh, MJF got in shape while he was out.
Luke
I'm
says,
trying to
hi,
get it.
Ayla.
Is it his watch? Oh. There he got it. I think you're supposed to undo those buttons first.
Right. Did you do it on purpose, though? Vindicator says,
I don't
might
know.
have the
Maybe he
gun
made
or
fist.
so he couldn't get it off. It says, are you on crack again, Vin? Daz says, who's in the tournament? Don't know, Daz. We didn't get the first part. So
I will.
We'll have to rewind.
I'm going to watch the first 3 minutes I missed.
Vindicator says, maybe it's better than meth. I don't think so.
Ah, dang it, I missed it. So he's pissed at himself, then it sounds like.
Luke says, also, I've been seeing people on Twitter angry at Malachi Black saying thank you and good luck. So I'm assuming he actually did get released, or it's been leaked he's getting released for real.
Are we talking about Punk?
No, Malachi Black. They're
Oh.
saying that he's seen people adding.
It's okay. I mean, he's a mid-card guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he's not going to be a needle mover. We saw that when he came to AEW. We saw who needle movers were. CM Punk. He's the only guy that brought the ratings up over 1 million.
I came to see him fall on his face again. Oops, he did.
Right. I'm just saying that he was the only needle mover they signed out of the group. Obviously, Moxley can be considered that but he was there from day one.
Yeah.
And Jericho and those guys. I'm talking about the ones they brought over from NXT and WWE.
In the last year.
Right. Andrade's not a needle mover. We saw it. Mm-hmm. We seen it. He adds to your depth. Malachi adds to your depth. Alistair, whatever you want to go.
Film has scary face. Ayla says, very true. Crack is whack, but it's cheap. Whitney Houston. Robbie says, meth is a killer. Film says, oh my, that was epic. And I mean epic. Vindicator's like, rip to that beautiful voice. Dove says Tony Khan is a spaghetti and meat sauce kid. Walter says, yes, Luke. And hey, Robbie says, Ayla, that was harsh. You can't speak ill of the dead. She's not speaking ill of the dead. That was actually a quote by Whitney Houston. She said that. Vindicator's like, Robbie, who makes meth in the UK?
Probably just the government.
Ayla says, oh, love her crazy how she passed. Supposedly she boiled herself in a hot tub. Fact check me if I might be wrong. Robbie's like, who, Vin? And Film says, oh, are those some brand new merchandise? I see the Wrestling Gap hats. Oh, they're not brand new merchandise, guys. Travis is showing them off. I didn't get them for merch.
Could. They're not cheap, though. They was like $50 a piece, basically.
Robbie says, who, Vin? Vindicator says, yeah, who? I'm asking you. Thought you were a meth expert. Walter's like, okay, at 9:30 I'm going. I'll be here Friday at 8 p.m. for SmackDown. Ella says, autoplay autopsy on Whitney Houston's body revealed that large parts of the lead singer's skin was burnt off from the scalding hot bath in which she was found. It's in an interview from her. She literally said that. Haha, I know. That sounds like, dude, she said that. That's not doing anything about Whitney. She actually said shit like that. Piccolo's like, hey kids, hey Piccolo. Vindicator's like, delete that.
So this could be a very good thing for AEW. Is I think Tony Khan seeing where he fucked up. Is he had it going and it was a growing company. And then he brought in this riffraff and it didn't do anything. And then he brought in Punk and then Punk tore it down from the inside with his toxicity. And now Moxley just named all those original guys as guys that can carry the company.
Yeah.
So maybe Punk being there is a good thing.
Well, yeah, he's toxic, but they have to figure out where the toxic is at, and then they just build on that. I don't know. Did he mention the Young Bucks in his?
He did not.
Okay, so they were part.
But they can go without the Bucks and then go without Kenny Omega. I'd like him to have Kenny Omega, but they can do it without those guys. But I would definitely strip them of their EVP thing. You can't have. Can you imagine if the vice president of your company came in and just attacked you?
I could see her doing it, actually.
Just think about that.
I could see her just coming in.
Think about that work environment.
I'm scared every day of my life I go to work.
There you go. So you get it.
Every day.
You understand.
I am so afraid.
What is he going to say? He's going to be a 3-time champion?
Yep.
I mean, why not? Either that or Jericho. Put it on Jericho and just kind of almost reboot.
Yeah. Robbie says, anyone with the chemistry set at home? LOL. Films like they look very nice. I like those hats. Inevitable man in the chat. Hey, Inevitable says, do you think that Kenny Omega and Adam Cole will feud when Adam Cole returns? I don't know.
I mean, that's kind of what we've all wanted to see. So I would hope so. I mean, obviously, I don't know how long. I think their suspensions aren't legit. I think they're just keeping them off TV, and they're just saying they're suspended.
And there's Penelope Ford. She's back.
Yes, Tony is back. Or Tony and Penelope are back, I guess.
Nobody cares about Tony.
She doesn't look very good
in
that
that
picture.
Penelope Ford's back.
Well, and Garcia's going to show up during that. Although Garcia does have a match tonight against Wheeler Yuta.
That guy.
Can basically turn that on. Death Triangle, Best Friends, and Orange Cassidy. Up tonight. Up next.
It's for the AEW World Trios Championship.
They stripped the Bucks of the titles too.
Guessing.
Good. It looks like Tony did something right. Holy shit. You can't have it. You can't have your vice presidents attacking somebody. It cannot happen.
Walter says, look, hurry up, let's have matches. And Piccolo says, nice bracket for the title again. Ravi says, Mox good on the mic. Ayla says it wasn't a secret that she was on crack. Still a good singer, though. Ayla's like, hi, Fatty Lisa. And Piccolo says, creamy mayonnaise, Punk toxic? Never. Vindicator says, if I play with chemicals, I will burn a whole block of houses down, LOL. And make meth, Vin. You're doing good. Ravi's like, I want to dance with somebody.
I want to dance with somebody.
It's gross. Walter's like, Ayla,
Somebody
watch Michael
that
Jackson's
loves
story
me.
on TV tonight. Piccolo says, hello, I'm Fatty Lisa.
Whoa.
No need to light up and smoke me. Piccolo's like, Ayla, how you been? Chris says, now here's a promo by Mox. You shouldn't have to cut a promo just to walk around the situation. Fuck this BS. Hangman should not be in this damn tournament. Chris, he should be in the tournament.
I don't think he had anything to do with that attack on CM Punk. I don't think he was there.
I don't even know what you're talking about, why you're so upset with Hangman. He's one of the top contenders.
Right, he might think that he was there or involved. Because
He
it was
wasn't.
kind of over him. They were fighting over him. Like he was the female in the group of men fighting.
Yeah, he wasn't even there, and neither was Colt Cabana. So if you want to... I mean, I'm pretty sure that CM Punk got Colt Cabana fired from AEW, from what I understood of what Dumbfuck said on his little tirade on Sunday.
Right, but he was saying that he didn't get him fired because he doesn't even talk to him. And that Adam Page said that he did. And that's misinformation. That's why they talked about Page in the first place.
Riley says D needs to get that same Mox hoodie. No, thank you. Vindicator says, Piccolo, how's it going, buddy? You see Robbie and Ayla cutting up in here as usual. Well, I'll be a voice of reason. JVD in the chat. Hey, JVD says, hey, what's up? Ravi says, Brian with a 45-minute match, for fuck's sake. Walter says, Death Triangle for the win on this one. And Ayla says, took apart the meat slicer today by myself with no idea on what to do. I could have lost my fingers. Talk about being afraid for your life. Haha, the blade was about 5 pounds. Imagine that falling on you. Sounds fantastic. JVD says, can't hear anything. Okay, I don't know why you can't hear stuff. You can't hear yourself, or you can't hear your mom.
What?
You might have to turn up your volume on your phone. Luke says, delete the if and when you get time. We get time. Jade and I are planning on filming a daytime walkthrough of our decorations for you, but only if we get time. Well, I'll look forward to when you're so not busy that you can do a walkthrough for me and, like...
All right,
give
Orange
me a
Cassidy
video.
starting it out with Pentagon.
When you get...
You guys, we are back
time.
to the classics, and look at this. What are the odds that the Best Friends are the first ever Trios champions?
That would be pretty funny. They're
the first ever... Weren't they, or was that SCU? I think it might have been SCU.
It was SCU that won the tag team titles very first.
Frank
We had this
Kazarian.
conversation before.
Yeah, yesterday or whenever.
It was like a meat slicer. Piccolo's like, it's the norm on a Wednesday, Vin, just wrangling the penguins. Ayla's like, get time, Luke. Vindicator says, was it a risk worth taking, Daria? JVD says, okay, I got kicked off the last stream I was on.
You won't get kicked off of here.
What'd you do? What'd you do? What'd you say?
Who'd you call a name?
Who'd you call names?
And remember, you can call me any name you want to.
It looks like Vindicator haven't even spoken to Robbie yet. Yeah, liar.
Uh-oh. Simone drop. Nope.
Wow, good for them.
Well, I don't want Death Triangle to win because I don't like Pac.
Right?
That's the only reason, though. I love the other two.
Akufo Emmanuel in the chat.
Hey,
Hey,
Akufu.
Sup, y'all. Family? Not much, Akufu. How are you doing?
Thank you for joining us.
People says JVD a real sausage party in the other chat, eh? Looks like it was reported that Hangman had already left when the fight broke out. Exactly. He has a family, guys. He has a wife and kids to get home to. And he's such a pacifist. I really couldn't see Hangman, even being in a fight, really. Picole's like, no. It was like, no, Vin, I couldn't put it back together, so I just left it. Not my job.
Wow.
I don't get paid enough to care.
So, will this count as the first ever Trios champion, or is it going to count that Omega and the Elite did it and had to forfeit it?
I don't know how they'll do it in their stuff. Oh, it's picture-in-picture, but it
Yeah.
depends on if you want to
I'm going to rewind it
or
real quick, guys, because I didn't watch the first, 30 seconds of the show. So, if there's any wrestling on, we missed it.
play.
I'm getting All right, so we're watching the recap of the very first part of the
Just
show.
the very first part, guys.
Okay, we saw that. We didn't see it, but they're doing the phone call. So sorry, just bear with us. You can still chat and everything. I'm just watching the beginning of the show. I think I missed the first 5 minutes. I won't force you to sign an extension.
Nice. He's going to pay him money.
And I will pay you $1 million. You're not going to get a better one.
Mm-hmm.
He's better than you, and you know it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
The devil is back. Oh.
Oh, MJF back still. So they haven't said a word about the suspensions yet. Okay. Okay. Tony.
Boo.
All right, that's actually happening now. So Jericho and Moxley get a bye.
Mm-hmm. They had to have him written down for him so he could read it. It's hilarious.
I think that's enough.
Yeah, that's it. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. We were just trying to figure out what Tony Khan had said at the very beginning. We missed that first part of the whole show.
Yeah, so we missed the tournament stuff.
Sorry
So when you
about
guys were
that.
talking
So
about it,
we
but
need
right
to know
now
what
we
you
are
guys
in
are
the
talking
trios championship match. It's happening now.
Yes.
So Trent's in there right now with Pac.
It was like, no, but I couldn't put it back together, so I just left it. What? Probably was like orange juice. Nice. And Chris says, no, Hangman cut that promo on Punk about Colt Cabana. Fuck Hangman.
Yep, no idea. But
I take it that you're a very big Punk fan. Is that why you're upset? Because you're a fan?
A lot of people like Punk.
Okay.
I tell you that all the time, that we have Punk fans.
You probably should check your priorities of wrestlers that you like.
What's wrong with Punk?
I can't imagine.
Well, I mean...
I can't imagine what's wrong with him.
I
can't imagine what's wrong with such a toxic person.
Right.
I have no idea.
I think the company started falling apart when they hired Danhausen. If you think about it, that's kind of when it started to get in. So maybe it's a curse of Danhausen.
Oh, maybe you curse everybody. JVD says, so my girlfriend broke up with me, so I took her wheelchair, and guess who came crawling back? your girlfriend. But did she get back together with you? That's the whole question, right?
Did you hook back up?
Walter says, Ayla, are you okay? Meat Slicer is sharp. JBD says, Piccolo, for real, though. Piccolo's like, Colt Cabana has not done
right
shit but be a waste of space.
He punched him in the dick.
I was like, Ayla, breaking things a little again. JBD says, I can hear now. That's good for you, JBD. I'm glad you got all the wax out of your ears. And Ayla had said, I can hear fine. And Luke said, LOL, delete that. And Robbie said, Ayla, put her hearing aids in. Piccolo says, I did that before. Clean meat slicers are tough. Chris says, I don't care for Punk either. However, Hangman tried to go to business for himself by cutting a stupid fucking promo on Punk, if you ask me.
Right. It was wrong. Like, I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, and Punk wore a fucking shirt out there about abortions.
Right. Nobody's standing up for Punk.
But I'm fucking stand up for him if you're fucking mad about some guy making a promo about the guy, whether it's right or wrong, whether it's true or false. I don't give a flying fuck. If you're out there making a promo and you're fucking dirty dirting the guy, and he's out there in a shirt with political fucking shit all over it and shit, I would have to say I'm in the more wrong that the guy who's fucking walking out there with a shirt about abortions and killing babies might be a little bit more controversial than the guy who was like, fuck that guy. He totally fucked this over and Colt Cabana is so cool.
Right, but he didn't talk about that shirt. He was talking about something else.
He's talking about Hangman going to business for himself by cutting a promo on Punk. And I'm saying as if Punk is innocent in anything. Punk is not innocent. He's not innocent in anything he's done his whole life or whole career.
Right.
Can't call a kettle black without calling them.
I look at everything as if everybody is nobody. So if everything's just neutral, you don't do certain things, right? You don't attack somebody if you're a vice president. It doesn't matter what your name is, and it doesn't matter what they said or what their name is, right? You don't say stuff that is untrue, slandering, basically. Now, cutting a promo on a wrestling or up here, say whatever you want. That's fine. I'm talking about when he did it, it was in the dirt sheets. He was trying to get Punk in trouble to get rumors started. Or to get man in trouble for it, and it was a man that did it, instead of just handling business. That's what was wrong about it. If it would have been a promo in the middle of the ring, fuck, who cares? Say whatever you want. I could care less.
Why call it a promo? You can't call it a promo if that's what he did. If he wasn't out there in the middle of the ring saying it.
Right. Well, I don't know what he said in the middle of the ring. I barely ever can hear what's going on.
It's the wrong wording then. You can't say promo. Because in my mind, promo means he's out there like, blah, 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 I'm a stupid wrestler.
Dropped Orange right down on his head. Hopefully Orange is okay because he bounced up and went right outside.
He's probably broken.
Death Valley Driver or whatever they call that. Some of these moves are just dangerous. Yeah, the doctor's looking at him.
Yeah. It says, I didn't break it. A coworker asked me to clean it because she had to leave early, probably assuming I knew how. I tried technically. It's clean. Because, this is what I wanted all along. Best friends forever. Ayla says, you can say the most ridiculous things in this chat and not get banned. Ayla's like, or I can say whatever and not get banned. Yeah, it's whatever. Because Hangman basically took Cabana's side and cryptically tried to talk about workers' rights, Cabana's situation. Piccolo says, 2 Lucha Gooches, and then there's the Orc. Badass trio.
Yeah,
Walter's like, good match so far. Robbie says, Orange going ham. Piccolo's like, what? I don't get it. Robbie's like, what a pointless American dad, LOL. Piccolo says, talk amongst yourselves. Topic, Sue's van is always dirty because Danhausen leaves laying around.
He's got a referee count, for fuck's sakes.
The referee forgot?
He just sat there and watched.
Oh. He got a 2 count on him. That's right.
Yeah, it would have been a 3.
Totally. Pico's like, Ravi, do you like Roger? I think he's adorable. Ravi's like, my arteries are getting clogged up just seeing these food ads. Chris says the Elite and Hangman ruined it for everyone just because of some BS reason.
Can you imagine that they can't sit down like humans and figure it out? They got the most heat in the history of the sport on them right now, and they can't sit down like adults, the 4 of them, and fucking work it out and look like, hey, not only are we going to run with this, but we're going to run roughshod on wrestling with this storyline. But instead, they didn't go that route.
Oh, let's see. JVD says, I love American Dad. Robbie says, who's Roger P. Cola? It was like, I love Roger. He is adorable. Chris says, we better get some Jamie Hayter tonight. I don't know. She might be broken. The only people you're going to see is Tony Storm and Penelope Ford's going to be back. There's some eye candy for you. Her picture looked terrible, though. She looked like death. People's like, oh, Roger the Alien. I guess you don't watch the show. Or he's like, American Dad is good, but a pointless ad to randomly put on.
That's it. Who is? Oh, yeah, they ran him. Death Triangle.
Of course they did. Well, that's stupid.
Yeah, I saw it coming.
Why would they do
I was
that?
just hoping that somehow Orange Cassidy could
Get a title?
Yeah.
Like, actually get a title? Him and Trent and them actually get a title? Since they've been together as a trios group from the very beginning that they've actually been there?
Right.
Wow, it's a good thing that Moxley made that great speech he made earlier about caring about all the people that really make this business. What a lie.
Don't touch me.
Your last name is the assistant.
The big guy. They need to put him with Andrade. He reminds me of Popeye.
The little guy.
Uh-huh. Like when Robin Williams played him. You ever watch that one?
I've seen parts of it, but I don't think I ever watched the whole thing. It was like Roger is Robbie's TV crush. And Chris was like, no, I'm not a fucking Punk fan. I don't know. It sounds like you like him. Travis sounds like he likes him, too. You both sound like
And
you
that's
love
how
him.
you know I don't.
Because you guys love him.
No, just being neutral.
I don't think you're really being neutral.
That's what neutral
Robbie
is.
says, no, Ayla, you're my crush, hello, don't you know? Pico's like, I think my favorite episode is like, Get Better Heroes. Inevitable Man says, how'd you guys feel if Brock Lesnar joined AEW? Brock Lesnar will never join AEW. He'd rather die in Canada.
I mean, of course that would be awesome, but I don't see it happening.
Awesome for who? God, what a step below for Brock Lesnar. It's true. It would be a step below.
Somebody's got to make the company click. That's the perfect guy. Hulk Hogan did it in WCW.
I'm not saying that he couldn't. I just say it wouldn't be worth his time. Or the pocketbook, because he couldn't pay him enough money.
So if you would have asked me in 1993 if Hulk Hogan would join WCW, I would say, fuck, you got to be fucking kidding me. He is the shit. He runs wrestling. He's the greatest thing ever. And he was.
Right.
And he ended up in WCW as a heel. Now, Brock's already been a heel, so it doesn't work. It would be like John Cena joining WCW, but as a heel. Think of that. That's what Hulk Hogan did.
Yeah. Let's see. It was like Robbie Get Better Crushes. Haha. It says, yeah, Walter, I'm okay. Thank you. Pico's like, I didn't see that joke, JVD, silly guy. Robbie's like, so you're saying you're not a looker then, Ayla? JVD's like, Pico laughing. Ayla says, exactly, Robbie. JVD says, what makes sad people jump? Pico's like, I don't know, JVD. It was like, oh, I don't like Punk if he wore a t-shirt like a shirt like that. Pico's like, whoa, the Lucha Bros knocked heads. JVD's like,
Yeah,
bridges.
they did in that corner, too.
What makes sad people jump? Oh, my God. Bridges. Jesus. Like the actors? Kidding.
Homeboy out of Beth Bad and Beyond jumped out a window.
Chris, that's not I'm just upset about it, not because of what Punk believes in. We definitely don't see eye to eye on certain things, but I just didn't like how Elite handled the whole situation.
Not at all.
Well, how? Everybody handled it stupid. Like, both sides handled it dumb. Okay? Punk handled it stupid by saying the stupid shit he did on a live press conference, for fuck's sake.
Okay.
You have problems. You don't air your dirty fucking underwear to everybody. Yeah, take your fucking guy who's next to you that you literally just called a dumbass, and you take him in the back and say, hey, I think we need to sit down and have a talk about this.
Right.
Because there's some shit that I am not happy about. Okay? Instead, he aired it out and then expected no retaliation at all.
Okay.
I don't care who did it.
Hurry.
I don't care who was involved. I don't give a shit.
Good.
I don't care. Don't even talk to me about it. I don't want to hear your dumbass fucking opinion shit about it again because I've heard it for days now. And
Right.
I don't want to hear it.
So I'm asking you a question. So you think it's...
I
I don't want to assume, but I'm asking.
Done. I don't want to talk
Do
about
you
it.
believe that you should be attacked if you say words?
Everybody's
physically?
attacked if they say words.
Okay, so that's
People
you're
says
okay with
3
that?
Canada Destroyers. I didn't say I was okay with that. I said everybody does get attacked if they say words.
It doesn't matter if it's right or... I'm just... Is it okay to physically attack somebody because they hurt your feelings? That's the question that needs to be asked.
Oh my God, seriously.
Here comes Penelope Ford.
This anymore. You can read your stuff.
Really?
I don't really want to know what's going on anymore.
All right. I ended it.